Yeah, so hello, I'm Peter Levey, and I want to talk about my experience in Dash, as it has been proposed previously. And I'm also from Hungary, so maybe that the talent is coming from Hungary, and maybe if you are looking for a good teammate, then you should search for Hungarian teammates. I don't know, it's just statistics. So, but anyway, so it was a very challenging event for us at the Dash Design Hackathon because we picked the challenge of city of Kuopio, in which we had to make buses more attractive for people around the world, for the city. And it was interesting because instead, so unlikely the hackathons, like the Hungarian ones, I had teammates which I hadn't known previously. So basically, they were all around the world, from Costa Rica, which is crazy, Italy, Russia, and everything you can imagine. And all of us had different backgrounds. So and only one of us had only design background. So if you are afraid of participating in these kind of events, you shouldn't be, because I didn't have any design experience when I joined this event. I think, and they also encourage people, those who doesn't have a design background, to join this event, to kind of extend your boundaries and step out of it, so you will experience something different, so you can become a better version of yourself. That's why I picked this path for myself. And as you know, as usually in every design hackathons, we had beginning the ideation phase when we kind of diverged, but also converged in this phase. And then, unfortunately for us, it was like this phase has happened multiple times. So it was like diverging, converging, diverging, converging. And it felt for us like a circle, because we had a good idea, like using color schemes for buses, bus stops, and for buildings, but we felt that it's too simple for this problem. So we, instead of moving to onward from this idea, we instead tried to pick another one, because we felt that it's too simple. So we ended up picking another solution, but we eventually came back to this solution. So because of the reason we almost came back to this solution, we felt that it's a circle, but it turned out that we had the wrong view of this, because it wasn't a circle, but it was actually a spiral. Because we every time we came back to the initial solution, we ended up improving it by adding something to it. So and even though we had a discussion towards the end that we shouldn't pick this solution, I felt the confidence in myself to stick to the original plan and pick this idea, because even though it's simple, the judges have really liked it. As my Hungarian teammates have pointed out, you should always go to the path the judges like. And also, I would like to emphasize the fact that you should always read the challenge statement at least 10 times, but even more, because if you don't meet the criteria that the judges have created, then you won't be able to win the challenge no matter what. So we eventually picked this solution because it's matched all the judging criteria that judges have created for us. And that was the reason why we were able to win the hackathon, because they liked that it was very feasible, it was simple, but it was simple in an innovative way. So I just wanted to make this speech in case you are in a hackathon and you are stuck and you are feeling that you are getting nowhere. Don't worry, maybe you are improving. You just have to get the viewpoint, and maybe you are actually moving towards a solution. And don't be afraid trying out something new, because the best way to improve yourself is stepping out of your boundaries and do something crazy. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, I'm free to answer.
What was the idea?
Sorry, well, we created a color scheme for building for bus stops. And for example, we did this for the most important buildings in the districts. We thought that it's actually important for people to find. So like hospital, university, groceries. Like hospital was green and the university was red. And in case you are stepping out from the bus in the bus stop and you want to go to the university, you just have to follow the red line to reach the red building. And if you have finished your duties in the red building and you want to go to a green building to the hospital, then from that building you just have to follow the green lines so that we will guide you to the bus stop from which you can go to the closest shortest amount of time to the other building, to the hospital. And this wouldn't be a feasible solution by just using like some tapes on the ground. So we ended up using laser lights to project these colors on the ground so that it can be seen all day, all night, and no matter what kind of weather conditions we have. So yeah, that was a solution. It's quite simple, but straightforward is to implement. And actually, the organizers, who are the managers of the city, have invited us and convinced us that they will implement this and invited us to for the ceremony for like putting this together and ceremony for giving us the solution. Yes. Sorry. Yeah, of course there are some issues with this, but it's really hard to create a solution which is suitable for everyone. So the targets people was like the workers and the students because in that district, city of Kuopio, the students and the workers have the most proportion of the citizenship. So that's why we picked this. And yeah, there might be there might be problems with this, but I think it requires a different approach for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. And next in line we have Ali. Ali. I'm terrible at this. Actually, I hope that you. I mean, if you speak loud, maybe that's so. But I would recommend this mic because
Hey guys. My name is Ali Wali from the EIT before, and basically I just have a very small announcement. So the situation is it's alright. So basically I have some information that I'm a group lead in Slush in security, and I had one of my team just failed in the last few minutes. If any of you guys interested in joining Slush, so that's a perfect opportunity. I have the ones that left actually has 2 shifts. One on Thursday from 7 to 1, and on Friday from 7:30 to 2 p.m. So it's a great opportunity for you guys because it's like you have only morning shifts and you're free to roam around Slush. You can still use the match-making tool and make a lot of important meetings. By the way, last year in Slush, I got the opportunity to have 3 internships offers just by making some meetings in Slush. So I think it's really good opportunity. So whoever interested, just let me know. There's one more thing that you need to attend one of the venue trainings on Wednesday, but that's not a problem at all. It's just a couple of hours kind of thing. I think that's not working. Oh my god. So yeah, if any of you guys interested, just let me know. and of course, after having the whole experience, I'll just try to sum it up. Um, I will try to sum up the experience, and which is really great because aside with that, I'm doing Slush leadership course in Alto, which is 5 credits course that you can use in any kind of degree or MBA or something. So it's pretty cool. I'll try to sum the whole experience up when I'm just done. Thank you so much.
Want to say something?
Yes, our project was not only a very good project, but a project that
we were in the same team, Junction.
made a great team, and we are really bonded all together.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We all just,
Are you also going to Slush?
Yes, of
yeah,
course.
he's already in a team, so
Yeah.
so you guys want to join security?
Join the security team. These guys are going to protect the venue.
No, guys, by the way, security job is not really about really security. It's more about customer service. We're just checking the badges of the people getting to the venue. So don't worry about it. By the way, 9 of my team are girls. So don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with gender or any of that. Just customer service. We don't do anything physical. We're not allowed even to because we're working with a professional company that is supposed to deal with this kind of things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys.
Can
Next question.
you
Yes, sure.
tell a bit more about the after party for the volunteers?
Yeah, sure. The parties I'm going to miss actually because I'll be in the graduation ceremony. But the after party for the volunteers is on the 29th, which is Saturday, and I think it's too much fun. Is it Friday? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a Friday actually. Of course, man. Like I heard, it's first of all they will have a very cool DJ. The ones that playing in the Slush itself in the after party for Slush. He will be as well in the after party for the volunteers, and there's a lot of free drinks and all of that. So if you participate as well, you will get to go to the after party. Yeah. Any other questions? Questions? Oh.
What team do you go?
Nokia. I go into the company. That's one of the benefits. We have 3 gems. Oh, by the way, guys, one more thing. If any of you interested in finding an internship in Nokia, please let me know. I don't know exactly what kind of things we have, but let me just try to help. So if you're interested in that as well, just tell me. Yeah.
Protein shakes, we say.
That's a good one. I tried a lot of different brands, but at the moment I'm taking Optimum. I think that's the best product. Optimum. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's really good. Thank you guys.